What's up, everyone? Welcome back to more Callisto Protocol. This is my maximum security, no damage video walkthrough. This is chapter 4, entitled Habitat.
Unit online.
We're just going to upgrade our GRP right out the gate. This is what we're going to strictly use mostly for this chapter. It's a GRP. Barely going to use ammo. We're going to use it in some phases, but it's not prevalent in this chapter. And in this chapter, we're going to need to collect about 7 data bios. They are fairly close together, so okay, and the reason these videos are coming out a little later is because something with my Elgato is functioning real bad, so I can't record videos for long periods of time. I have to stop at 15-minute intervals when I'm doing these recordings. So it takes me a while to record and then edit all this stuff together. So these videos will be probably coming out a little longer than expected, but as long as they come out, we should be fine.
Finally got transferred to West Processing. This place is a kill. Rumor has it though, there's a way out from here. Main line that comes off of Tank 6 goes all the way to the dome. That red pipe. It journeys right down to it. I just need to follow it back.
And of course, if you're enjoying the content, make sure to like, share, and subscribe down below. And also comment, because all this stuff helps the channel and it helps the content reach more people such as yourselves. And I kindly appreciate it. We're gonna get our first checkpoint here, and since I have a lot of ammo going into this chapter, we're gonna be using it as ammo dumps. So for this first guy, just use strictly your pistol. Don't try to fight him. Kneecap him and dismember his limbs. Simple. And you should 9 times out of 10 get either your hand cannon ammo back or some credits. So don't worry about fighting that dude. This is a very well-rounded chapter in my opinion. There are some bad things with this chapter, mainly towards the ending in the sewer section. That is one of the worst things about this chapter. Other than they strip that away from this chapter would be a great chapter. It's a good chapter, but that sewer section takes away from this chapter so much. And we're going to be introduced to a new enemy type here. These enemies are called corruptors. They're kind of like the stalker enemies from Dead Space, but in a different variation. They can turn invisible and move away from you and attack you when you're not looking. The only reason to come over here is to to attack this guy and get whatever he has. Mainly it's going to be to replenish your ammo, but you're going to climb all the way up to the top here, and sometimes you get hand cannon ammo or you get some credits. And there's nothing more like than getting credits in this game. Credits are very valuable in this game, so you either get credits or you're going to get hand ammunition. That's the only reason you come up here.
Entry 21C. Guards on rotation. I've got to make this quick. There's a pipe leads to tank 6, yeah. I don't see any access. I've got to find a way.
And that is our first audio recording explaining what the corruptors are. Now that I look back and know that the names of these enemies, I can understand what some of these audio recordings are about. I never really paid attention to it. Like, you won't pay attention to it on your first playthrough, but most of these audio recordings are explaining most of the enemies in this game. Now we're coming up on our first official encounter with the corruptor enemies. I've done quite a testing in this area. At first I didn't think that you can that this animation grab that he grabs you once you try to put the fuse in automatically happens. But it turns out you can actually get rid of this enemy. All you have to do is just look up. He's up on the ceiling. He'll spawn as soon as you move a little closer to the fuse. And make sure you get your right arm to where he can, once he spawns, you can hit him with the grip and throw him in the water. I've tested this thing out so many times. I've recently had it like I'm on 5th or 6th try through this section. We're gonna do the same to this big mouth enemy, wait for him to spit, grab him with the GRP, and just throw enemies. We're gonna be doing that this whole chapter. That is what we're gonna be doing for the most part. We're not gonna be trying to fight none of these enemies if we don't have to. And hopefully during this chapter I can show you guys how to get the trophy for killing the enemy with a melee combo and the GRP.
I need to keep following that red pipe.
What I found out to be very weird is if that corruptor enemy were to grab you during that section, you take damage from it. But if the grunt enemies grab you one time, you don't take damage from it unless they hit you. I found that very weird. So don't get grabbed up by those corruptor enemies because they will deal damage to you. And they will void your whole no damage run. But this is a secret room. This contains a GRE cart back here. It is safe to open. No parasites will spawn. You can open this here. Either it'll be hand cannon ammo or Callisto credits. The rest of these, the cabinets that you see in this chapter, will all contain health.
Nice.
Now this section you're gonna have to deal with tons of parasites. Come over here first. You're only gonna want to shoot this one pod in the corner here. If you don't, a parasite will spawn. The rest of the pods you don't have to worry about. But once we go over here and we turn the valve on to enter the room to unlock the next gate, we're going to be met by a barrage of parasites. And it's kind of weird to get rid of all of them. See, what I like to do is I like to restart my checkpoint as soon as I get the checkpoint, because that gives me time to know where all the parasites are. So soon as I go over here and grab this checkpoint, I automatically restart my game, because it gives you time to know where every parasite is. It's kind of weird to get rid of them, so you have to spawn them first, back up behind this crate so they jump, and you don't have to strafe so they all can line up in one area. Then one shot should get rid of most of them, or the majority of them. It's gonna take you a while to do it, because it took me about 4 or 5 times to get used to it. I thought it was weird myself. I don't know why they decided to spawn this many parasites in one closed area like this, but it beats me. But just make sure you strafe, loop them all together, hit them with the hand cannon, and you should be good. Now in this section we're gonna have an enemy that spawns directly behind us. Hit him with the GRP, throw him over the gate, and they automatically die. Like I said, the GRP will be your most used weapon in this chapter, and it helps out the most. One of the best things in the game. Now this section is where I normally get the achievement for killing an enemy with the grip and the melee combo. So we're gonna have 2 enemies that spawn up ahead. What I did, I think I got it unintentionally. I wasn't trying to do it when I got the trophy. But once this guy spawns out, I'm gonna kneecap him, hit him with the baton, grip him, and then throw him at the other enemy, and just repeat the process until he dies. And that should give you your trophy for killing an enemy with a melee combo and a GRP. Now I must speak on this here. As you see, I'm aiming at the GRE cart right down this hall, right? It is on your own volition if you want to check this cart. There's nothing bad inside the cart. No parasites or nothing. But when you go to open that cart, you will encounter 3 grunt enemies that will try to cut you off. It'll be actually specifically 2 grunt enemies and 1 big mouth enemy. And you have a fire tank that you can use to get rid of them. But me, like I tell you, you gotta pick and choose your battles. That is a battle that I would not choose to pick at that moment, especially in a no damage run, just because I don't think it's worth it. But you can do it on your own volition if you want to. Everything in this area is safe. We're going to be picking up another audio recording, so this will be our third of 7, technically. It's going to be up here on the right. There's going to be another GRE crate that you can loop through. It's nothing bad. No parasites will spawn. There's some valuable things in there, though, for sure. But you mainly come in here for the audio recording. Make sure you get everything of value, because once you take the fuse out, you will not be able to put it back in. So that'll be your last time coming into this area. But just make sure you get the audio recording. That's the most important thing to get. Now, once we put this fuse back in here, we're gonna have to deal with 2 grunt enemies. We're gonna do the same strategy we've been doing, luring them towards us, and use the GRP to knock them to the side. And we're going to take advantage of all the health injectors they're going to give us. We're going to sell them to the Reforged for 100 credits. And there are tons of health injectors during this section, because you're going to be facing 3 corruptor enemies once you come back to this section.
321E. I think I found a way to reach the dome. Just got to train the tank. Yeah, and then up the ladder to the access hatch. Yes, sir. Just wrapping up. What? First, I've got to nick the console code off that.
Should look for the guard.
Delicious. Please make a selection.
And another reason we barely use the gun, or we just use it as an ammo dump, is because they give us ammunition the majority of the chapter. So like, when it's fights like that we don't need to be using our melee baton for, just use your pistol, because they're going to give us tons and tons of ammunition. You'll see once we get back up to go flip the switch after we get the code from the guard in a minute. We're going to deal with 2 grunt enemies, and we're going to use the gun on them. There's no need of fighting both of them, because in that whole area they give us at least 4 boxes of ammo, 3 at the most.
Executing. Cycle complete.
that was our introduction into the mutated grunts. The mutated grunts are stronger and tougher to take down. So use your pistol when you need to, and try to stay away from fighting them because they take so much fucking hits from the baton just to die. If you can use your GRP, use it to get rid of them. Or most likely use your pistol because they are a pain in the ass. Trust me. But we have our next audio recording. I think that what is it, our fourth one. Still have 3 more to go. Now we have the code from the guard, and we can go up here and we can get rid of the 2 grunt enemies. We're gonna use our pistol, like I said earlier, and just get rid of them quickly.
Purge cycle initiated.
Here we go.
Purge cycle in progress.
What the fuck?
Warning. Anomaly detected.
Alright, when it comes to these corruptor enemies, they're very easy to get rid of. Just going to use the GRP for 2 of them and use the pistol for the last one. So as he charges, just throw his ass off the balcony. And the same for the other one. But I'm going to reload my GRP because my battery pack is kind of low. So wait for this guy to spawn out this vent. As soon as he spawns, grab him, throw him off. The game tried to fuck me over right there, which is bullshit, but whatever. The third guy, he always rushes you. So as soon as he rushes you, just hit him in the arms. Shoot his limbs off, and you'll be done with this fight.
Purge cycle complete. Access hatch open. Please activate ladder control.
And one important thing, make sure to stay in that corner where I was at, because it's close enough to the rail to where you can just hit him with the GRP and throw him over the top. Don't be so far away because your range in the GRP will not be up at this point in order to hold them for a long enough time.
Oh, shit. Come on! Come on!
Hatch sealed. Beginning pressure check.
Damn things won't quit.
Stinks.
We are entering the most dreaded part of this chapter, the sewer section. I wish I can say I had a strategy for it. I wish I can say just stay left or just stay right, but there's no strategy for this section. You just have to use the best of your ability to dodge and shit. Most of the stuff, especially blades, depending on fast or slow. This is one of the best things about this chapter. Now, I hope you guys got through that part unscathed. I know that it's very tough to get through that part. I don't think there is a strategy for that section. For this section, use straight hand cannon and be very slow because you're going to get enemies that spawn out of the left vents and a vent up ahead at the bottom. So just keep your distance and make sure to hit every grunt enemy you see in the knee first. Kneecap them, get rid of their knees, and then finish them. Or they will mutate, and you don't want that to happen. only thing you should do when you come to this area is get all the collectibles and stuff that you can. Now there's going to be a secret room on the right as soon as we open this door. Now I'm going to tell you about this secret room here. Once I get up here, you can see that there's pods in this room, right? And there's a GRE crate right there. But what you don't see is there will be another bloodworm enemy in this room. And it's going to be right behind this door. You cannot shoot them from behind that vent right there, from where you see the GRE crate. So as soon as you come up that ladder right there, that bloodworm enemy will grab you and do damage to you. So it's useless to go in that room. Just collect everything you can right there and leave out of that room. Don't move that cart. Don't be curious about that cart that's blocking that vent there, and move it out of the way and crawl through the vent. Because if you do, you're going to be stuck down there and you have to replay that section. But it will give you a checkpoint as soon as you go down there. Don't do it. Just collect what you need and get out of there.
Whoa. Wasn't that something? Elias, I made it through. Copy.
Loud and clear, bro. Good timing, too. I'm getting close.
Okay, I got eyes on the tram station. I'll meet you there.
Not so far. See that building, oxygen processing? There's a security station inside. You need to get there to lift the lockdown in the dome. Can't dock the tram until you do.
Got a feeling everything.
We're going to kill the security unit and take the decoder. So just stay behind this crate right here. And you know the deal. You know the rest.
Network signal lost. Shutting down.
Release the lockdown. We gotta call another tram from Black Eye. No, we have to contain this. The tram that just left could be crawling. I don't care. Give me the code. Open this door, you bastard!
UJC Printing. Have a united day. Excellent choice. Cycle complete.
Alright, we're on our way to collect our 5th audio recording. There will be another GRE crate that you can grab here. Most of the crates, well, all the crates in this chapter are safe. There will be no parasite jump out of none of them. It's just that you pick and choose which ones you go after. But for this audio recording here, you make sure you shoot all the pods before going in here, because a parasite will spawn as soon as you try to grab this audio recording. And this will be part 2 of James Reese's audio recording. I'm used to grip on him, and then I'm gonna just throw him into these spikes, so I don't have to worry about him. And for the last guy, I just dismembered his limbs. There'll be a bunch of parasites. So what I do is I shoot this glass here, I go in there, I grab the fuse, and I sit here and I wait for all the parasites to leave the room and go into the vents. For some odd reason, they never come in this room to attack me, so I always stay in this room until I hear like the last couple parasites leave the room. Now it's time for us to grab our 6th audio recording and the lockdown code from this guard here.
Got the lockdown code.
Elias, you copy?
I'm lifting the lockdown.
Nice work, bruv. Pulling inside the station now.
Only problem is I can't reach it. The walkway collapsed.
The utility room across the way has access to the level below. See if you can reach the catwalk from there. And hurry, the storm's getting worse.
Now this section is kind of wonky, bro. But we got to deal with a bunch of corruptors. The first one will spawn here. The second one is off to our left. We're gonna dump him over. Then we're gonna go to our right. Get the third one. He's also in the trees. He's literally right there. And we loop back around, and we can grab the fourth one. I was like, see, I got hearing, but I don't know where he's at specifically. But I'm gonna keep using my GRE. My GRP, and then I will get him right here eventually, and then run over the top. And then the fifth one that's meant to spawn, he'll jump out, get rid of him, and then you should be fine up to this point. There's going to be another one, but he's going to be farther down by that processing building, so you should be good here. But you also got to make sure once you shoot this pod and watch your back, because they're gonna let one of these enemies hit you from behind. So just make sure you turn around and keep checking, but run up the walkway and make sure they are not behind you. Get your checkpoint and you should be good. But that section it took me a while to do that section. This is where we will collect our last audio recording. We had to deal with 2 grunt enemies and 1 big mouth enemy. This section is pretty easy. The quickest thing that I can say to get rid of all these enemies is to kneecap them as they try to mantle over the cover there. And then since they can't mantle once you kneecap them and get rid of their legs, they'll just die instantly. So that'll be the best course of action. But the game did not let me do this here for some odd reason. As you can see, he's literally walking through my shots. So annoying. There it is. That is our 7th and final audio recording of the chapter. Up to this point, if you follow the walkthrough, you have all the audio recordings, and you should have got the trophy for killing an enemy with the melee combo and the GRP at the same time. This is like the final fight of the chapter, but it's really non-explanatory, really. You just want to use the GRP to throw everybody into the grinder here, or any environmental hazard that you can find. It's only like 5 enemies here, so just use your GRE and get rid of them, and you'll be done with the chapter.
Over here!
And since this is the end of the chapter, guys, I would like to thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Comment down below, and I will see you guys in the next video. I'm out.
Jacob, oi! Over here! It's not as bad as it looks. Come up.
You want me to climb that?
Well, that depends. Do you want to get off this rock?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Gotta say, you look like shit.
Yeah, I look like shit, huh? I smell like it too because somebody forgot to mention that I'd be swimming in it.
Told you it wouldn't be easy. But what matters is that you made it, yeah?
Yeah, well, we both did.
Not quite yet. But we're nearly there. Come on, give us your hand. Come on, take my hand. Gotcha. Quick, get to the train station. Holy shit, bro. I think those things are changing. They're evolving.
Yeah, I think we need to get the hell out of here. What's with the suit?
The station got damaged during evacuation. We've got to go outside to access the tram. Yeah. Get suited up. We still got to beat that storm. When you're ready, we'll cycle the airlock.
I never asked you. What are you in for?
What? You worried you're helping a murderer escape?
Well, yeah, kinda.
Well, you are, man. So what? Look, it's a long time ago, yeah? I was defending myself. Wrong place, wrong time. Made a lot of bad decisions back then.
Yeah, well, you were probably just dealt a shitty hand.
No. No. It was just to blame everyone else. But then I realized this was on me. You can't keep running from what you've done.
There's always a price to pay.